Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon. Today we're back with another Enlisted episode, and this time we have tons of stuff. And of course, this video has not been possible for friends at Discord, meaning if you haven't like, subscribed or joined Discord, yeah, please join the Discord. And without further ado, we're gonna get into the tons of stuff that we have for this week. And of course, the main event is the Airborne forces. But before we do, let's talk about the squad weapons presets, which was part of the new update. For one, the squad weapons and presets allow you to give stuff to your squads automatically, so you don't have to do them manually, which is very good, and it's been requested, I think, by the players of Enlisted, so that's interesting. Another thing that we have for the update is the Receive Paratroopers. These guys are absolutely amazing, and there is going to be an event for such paratroopers. It's going to be April the 19th to May the 6th, and it's going to have appearance orders, vehicle orders, the Type 100 Rifle Squad, which is an airborne unit for the Japanese, a gold order, an M1A1 Carbine Squad for the Americans, and the 30 appearance orders. Both of these squads are 6 dudes, so that's going to be amazing. The Americans have the M1 Carbine with the butt volt stock, which is the M1A1 Carbine, and the Japanese have the Type 99 Parachute Rifle, which is also the Type 100 Parachute Rifle. But that said, if you want to hear more about my views on the reinforcements of paratroopers in the sense that how paratroopers operate and this event, I highly suggest that you watch my latest video which talks about this. But that said, let's go to the battle pass for the second season of 2023, and we have a lot of weapons off the bat. For the Moscow, Stalingrad, Berlin, we have the Lapti, Skoda, M26 for the Axis. This is basically a finished 20 round magazine, and it's basically the finished BAR, which is very interesting. For the WAR, which is the American Winchester Automatic Rifle, is basically a replacement for the BAR. It's also quite interesting, but it also has 20 rounds, so that's going to be that. And of course, we have the FM Model 1930, basically another version of the BAR, except for the Belgiums, which is very interesting. The interesting thing about this is an Axis, Normandy, and the Pacific, so very interesting. I already have this in the Pacific, and it's pretty good, if you ask me. Albeit, I do have to say, as of right now, the recoil system is quite wonky. But that said, the last thing we have up is the sniper rifle model M1938 Digeriv. Now, the Digeriv was basically the very early version of the well-famous Soviet sniper rifle, and I'm not going to say that name because I don't know how to say it. It has a 3.9 telescopic scope, 10 round magazine, and I think it's fully automatic. But the big thing about this thing is the fact that this thing can literally shoot people very quickly and be used as close quarters combat, so that's very interesting. The also big interesting thing is that I think the sniper rifle is pretty much useless because all the other guns are way more powerful than it at close range, but I never know. So if you guys want to use it, you guys use it. But also another thing is that we have new battle pass tasks, which is get kills and stuff like that. So that's gonna be interesting. And we're actually gonna be cleaning this store in the sense that they're gonna be removing a lot of stuff in terms of rifles and stuff, so that's going to be very interesting. And finally, we had the new gold order personnel, so that's going to be very interesting. This time it's mostly focused on snipers, which is going to be interesting. Next thing we have is the Airborne Forces major update, which is going to be amazing. It's basically what I've just said, plus a lot of new stuff. And the most notable thing is the paratroopers are issued to the following Axis landing units in the Invasion Normandy campaign: 46th Jaeger Regiment, 16th Air Division, stuff like that. And the appearance of just soldiers of the 260th Infantry Regiment, 113, and for Axis side has been adjusted. Basically now these guys are wearing full uniforms of paratroopers, which is amazing. And in terms of vehicles, we have given stabilizers to all American tanks we have talked about previously. AI soldiers is the big thing. Fix the bug that caused AI soldiers to step into flames. Fix the soldiers that AI soldiers no longer use flamethrowers at long range. AI soldiers are more accurate with throwing grenades, which is now a little bit scary. But now they are no longer immediately spot enemies from their backs. And now what is hard to see is they get prone and get stuck. So that's going to be interesting. And another thing is that they will stop, well, hopefully they will stop turning around and just shoot you in the face. Honestly, that has not really been implemented well. I still have AIs just come up to me, snipe me from one shot from like a map away, but it has gotten much better. But that said, let's move up to update 0.4.57. But before we do, another thing we have to talk about is the AA guns for every major factions. Almost all the factions have gotten a lot of new stuff in terms of AA guns. Now that's going to be very interesting. The Americans, the British, the Americans, the Germans, of course they have their own, but the Soviets and the Japanese have their own AA guns. So that's very, very interesting, not to mention the fact that some tanks have been overhauled. So yeah, and we have a bunch of new maps. But that said, let's go on to update 0.4.4.57, which is a lot of new things. Restored the old engineering construction menu. The muzzle class of light firearms have returned to previous value. Fix a bug that it's impossible to drop the TNT charge. Improve balance and submission on all campaigns. Fix a bug that causes a soldier to be thrown out of position behind the amulet. Fix incorrectly extensive damage from the M192A1 Thompson 100. And fix a bug that causes engineers in the Battle of Stalingrad not to have access to new anti-aircraft guns. But that said, after that we have the nickname display unification. The vast nickname of all Gaijin players has been unified, added support for uni letters and numbers that allows the vast majority of nicknames. And after that we have update 0.4.4.59, and this time we are getting a bug that makes it impossible to enter ordering walkway in the Steel mission. Added stairwells to the Steel mission map. Fix a bug of the Soviet 72K anti-aircraft gun to cause zoom size immediately entry to the gun. Correct characteristics of the Type 4 rifle, speed up reloading, 5.2 to 3.6, which is a massive buff. Damage from 12 to 12.5, reduced damage, weapon was more controllable, reduced dispersion from firing at hip. And of course, we finally have the Berlin operation. As you can see, I'm going very quick, so if you haven't read the entire news page, which is a lot, highly suggest that you do. But in terms of the Berlin operation, from the 21st 300 UTC time to the 24th 300 UTC time, all you have to do is to do stuff, and yeah, you can get 5x silver gold orders and 15 appearance shades and 3 avatars. Well, 1 avatar for the nurse avatar, which is amazing. But that's it. That's all it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord. This video has been very, very quick for obvious reasons. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one.